Have you ever faced betrayal from the people you trusted the most? Have you ever felt abandoned, wondering if your suffering had any purpose? The story of Joseph from the Bible is a powerful reminder that even when life seems unfair, God is working behind the scenes to turn pain into purpose. Joseph, from the pit to the palace. A dream that sparked envy, Joseph was the beloved son of Jacob, born to him in his old age. His father loved him more than his brothers and gave him a beautiful, colorful robe. But this special treatment made his brothers jealous. Joseph also had dreams that foretold his greatness. In one dream, he saw sheaves of wheat bowing to his own sheaf. In another, the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed before him. When he shared these dreams with his family, his brothers' jealousy turned into hatred. They couldn't stand the idea that Joseph might one day rule over them. Betrayed by his own brothers, one day Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers, who were tending sheep far from home. But when they saw him coming, they plotted to kill him. Instead, they threw him into a deep pit, stripping him of his colorful robe. As they sat down to eat, a caravan of traders passed by. Seizing the opportunity, they sold Joseph as a slave for 20 pieces of silver. To cover up their crime, they dipped his robe in animal blood and told their father he had been killed by a wild animal. A slave in Egypt, Joseph was taken to Egypt and sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Even in slavery, Joseph remained faithful and worked diligently. His honesty and intelligence earned him Potiphar's trust, and soon he was put in charge of the entire household. But trouble came again. Potiphar's wife found Joseph attractive and tried to seduce him. When he refused, she falsely accused him of trying to harm her. Furious, Potiphar threw Joseph into prison. From prison to power. Though falsely imprisoned, Joseph never lost faith in God. He helped fellow prisoners by interpreting their dreams, and his gift became known to Pharaoh. One night, Pharaoh had troubling dreams that no one could explain. The cupbearer, who had once been in prison with Joseph, remembered his ability and mentioned him to Pharaoh. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh and, with God's wisdom, interpreted the dreams. He revealed that Egypt would face 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. He advised Pharaoh to store grain during the good years to survive the famine. Impressed by his wisdom, Pharaoh made Joseph the governor of Egypt, second only to himself. A test of forgiveness. Years later, the famine struck, and Joseph's brothers came to Egypt seeking food. They didn't recognize him, but he knew them. Instead of seeking revenge, Joseph tested them to see if they had changed. When they showed remorse, he revealed his identity. Shocked and afraid, his brothers expected punishment. But Joseph responded with grace, saying, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Genesis 50:20. He forgave them completely and reunited with his family, proving that God can turn even the worst betrayals into something beautiful. Lessons from Joseph's life 1. Your trials are part of a bigger plan. Joseph's suffering led to his rise as a leader who saved many lives. 2. Faithfulness in every season leads to promotion. Whether as a slave, a prisoner, or a ruler, Joseph remained faithful. 3. Forgiveness brings healing. Joseph chose love over revenge, showing the power of forgiveness. 4. God turns setbacks into setups for greater things. What seems like a failure may be a stepping stone to success. Joseph's story reminds us that no matter how dark things seem, God is always working for our good. So if you're facing betrayal, hardship, or injustice, hold on. Your breakthrough may be just around the corner.